to do a water change on a big tank. This is a quick opener. You heard the phrase, happy as a clam? Well, you want to be as happy as this clam, you got to take care of your water parameters. So how you can do that by doing water changes that are appropriate. What I have here are two 60-gallon jugs, and these two 60-gallon jugs are going to facilitate my water change. I at my LFS, local fish store, they gave me a great deal on some wonderful salt. 200 gallons worth of salt should do the trick every 3 months. And these jugs, once again, my local fish store has a friend who imports olives from Europe, and these are big olive importing jugs. If you do not have a jug like this ready available, highly recommend getting a heavy duty trash can, 50 gallon, so forth. So this tank right here, I run NPX Bioplasties, and it's really brought down my nitrates. I don't do water changes just to bring nitrates down. I do it to replenish trace elements that fall out of the water column. I want you guys to keep in mind that water changes are probably the most important thing that you can do for your reef aquarium, especially if you're running SBS and clams and such. Okay, so you might wonder, well, why don't you just go ahead and use faucet water? Well, there's a few good reasons for that. My local water here on the Central Coast, California, is not so hot. Test high for phosphates, nitrates, nitrites, ammonia, and sometimes fluoride, and maybe even a little chlorine. And that's really not good for SPS corals. And when you've had some corals for about half a decade, you tend to take care of them and treat them like family members. So, quick little piece here is water changes. God, that must be annoying. Well, put it this way. You go to your local grocery store, and they hopefully have a glacier machine that's $1 5 gallons. So I'm looking here, I'm just $9 in the hole. And I just go ahead and spend about $60 for 200 gallons worth of water, and I only need to use 100 gallons worth of salt for my water here, so I got enough for another change, so that's kind of nice. And the big reward is how healthy your corals will look, feel, polyp extension, and it feels good after it's all said and done with. Now, don't take my word for it, there's no statistic that says you have to change your water at this given time. What I like to do is really look at my kind of canaries in the tank, certain corals that are upset due to additives, and really fish, corals, everything loves the water change. It's the most beneficial thing you can do for an aquarium. I can at least guarantee you that. Well, I'm going to show you a little bit about how to properly mix salt water, and how to kind of do the next step. Another key element to speeding up the process, making it more flawless, making sure you don't have any little granules of salt, is a good mixing pump. Not everyone has extra pumps laying around, and especially mix up about 50 gallons of salt per jug. You're going to need a pretty strong pump. I found a lot of luck with the Rio 1400. It's about 300 plus gallons per hour, as well as not everyone has a heater laying around. So I have taken the heater out of my Nano Cube, and I also have taken the heater out of my 180 reef tank. It's easy to do because it's summer and it's really hot here. So what I want you guys to keep in mind is you need to make sure salinity is paramount. So in this box, I'm going to have a bag of, I'd like to say 50 gallons per. So you need to make sure you're reaching the right salinity, right magnesium, right calcium, as well. Keep a buffer on hand because you don't want any shocks to the system. Easiest way to buffer through that, I'm a big fan of the Ionics. I know it's a real general supplement to the reef tank, but I found a lot of success with it. So, with that said, I'm going to go ahead.